Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture. Today we are going to discuss about dynamic programming. As for our syllabus, this is a 6th unit. Okay, first coming to the dynamic programming, it is also called as DP. It is a technique used to solve a multi-stage decision problem where decisions have to be made at successive stages. It means here we are going to convert the given standard problem into multiple stages. Okay, by shorting that problem into the stages and states, then we solve that problem. Okay, this technique is very much useful whenever a optimization model has large number of decision variables. It is not having any generalized formulation. For example, if we have the objective function is x1, x2, x3 and so on, and constraints x1, x2 less than or equal to 5, x1, x2 greater than or equal to 6, like that we have. Here the decision variables are x1, x2, x3. These are the decision variables. When we are going to optimize the problem, if suppose we have the difficulty to solve these decision variables by a normal methods like linear programming method, simplex method, graphical method, at the time we are going to use the dynamic programming to solve the problems. Okay, here we are going to develop the recursive equations by two manners. One is backward recursive and forward recursive. Based on these recursive equations, we are going to convert the states into the recursive equations. This technique was developed by Richard Bellman in 1957. Okay, this technique is also called as the Bellman's principle. Okay, here the optimal policy has the property that whatever the initial state and the initial decisions or the remaining decision must constitute an optimal policy with regards to the state resulting from the first decisions. Okay, coming to this. Coming to the definition, actual definition of the dynamic programming problems. Here it is a mathematical equation. It is used to optimize the multi-stage problems, or when we have the difficulty to solve the normal techniques by the help of normal techniques. There we use this technique. Here we are going to convert the standard recursive equation or standard equation into the multiple stages and multiple states. Okay. Here first coming to the stage. Here the stage means the decision variables we have. Suppose x1 and x2 we have. In that x1 and x2 is called as, these two are called as the stages. Here we have two stages. x1 is the first stage and x2 is the second stage. And here we have the another term is state. State means here we have the constraints less than, greater than or equal to constraints. If we have two constraints means it is a two-state problem. It means two-state problems. Here coming to the comparison of linear programming and dynamic programming problems. Here in this dynamic programming problem we are not using any algorithm like simplex algorithm. In LPP, in linear programming problems, we used the simplex method to solve the values, to solve the objective function values, or to get the optimal value by the help of simplex method. But here we didn't use any specific algorithms. Here we are not using. Here simply we are going to divide the problem into the subproblems based on the stages. Okay, then we evaluate the value. Next, coming to the second one. Here linear programming problem is a single stage problem, or it is also called as one time period solution we get. Okay, but the dynamic programming has power to determine the optimal solutions over a year time. Okay, for example, if we take the 1 year, in this dynamic programming problem, that year we are going to convert into the 12 stages. 12 stages means each month we are going to take one stage. Like that we are going to solve this. Okay, here it is also, hence it is called as the multi-stage approach. Okay. Next, coming to Bellman principles or Bellman principle optimality. Here the Bellman principle means it is invented by the Bellman. That's why we are calling this one is the Bellman's principle. Coming to the Bellman principle optimality, is in this principle which gives the solution of the problem using dynamic programming problems. Okay, it states here the decision was taken to enter into the particular state in a particular stage. For example, here we have the stage. Objective function is there. We have the object function. That object function is called as the stage. Here, how many number of decision variables are there? 2 decision variables are there. So we call this problem is 2-stage problem. Next, coming to the states, if suppose we have the constraints x1, x2 less than or equal to a1, x1, x2 greater than or equal to b1, x1, x2 equal to c1, like that we have. These 3 are called as the states. These constraints are called as the states. So the given problem having 3 states. Like that we are going to divide and we are going to calculate the optimal value. From this subjective constraint decision variables, we get the x1, x2, then we get the maximum values or minimum values that is called as the optimal value. Okay, here we have the steps in a dynamic programming problem. First we are going to convert the given problem into the sub problems. Like based on the stages we are going to convert. For example, first stage, if suppose we take this is the object function, in first stage we are going to convert this into the 2 stages, that is f of x1 and f of x2. Like that we are going to convert. Here we are going to convert this problem into the sub problems. Then solve the last stage of the problem for all possible conditions or states. Based on these constraints, we are going to calculate the f of x2. Here f of x2 is equal to, we get the sum of x2 is equal to I to x 0 to n. Here n means a, b, c. Okay. Based on this, we are going to calculate the f of x2 value. Next, working backward from the last stage, solve the each intermediate stage. From the last stage, we are going to calculate the values. If suppose we have the 3-stage problems x1, x2, x3, we are going to start the solution from the last stage. From the x3 stage, we are going to solve the values. Next, obtain the optimal solution for the original problem by solving all stages sequentially. After finding the x3, we are going to solve the x2, then we are going to solve the x1. From these 3, we get the x1 value, x2 value, x3 value. From these 3 values, we get the optimal solution based on the condition. If it is a maximum means we are going to take the maximum solution. If it is a minimum means we are going to take the minimum solution. Okay, next, terminology of dynamic programming. Here first is called as stage. Stage means a period or a logical subprogram. Already we discussed. Examples are decision variables. Based on the decision variables we are going to take. Otherwise, based on the object function we define the stage. Next, state variables. Possible being situations or conditions of stage. They have also been called as the input variables. Here input variables, it means subjective constraints. Based on the subjective constraints we define the states. Next, decision variables. Alternatives are possible decisions that exist at each stage. Okay, for example, if we take x1, x2 less than or equal to a1, x1, x2 less than or equal to greater than or equal to b1. From this stage, we are going to calculate the decision variables like this. F of b1 comma b2. We are going to take here b1, b2 means right hand side values. F of a1 comma b1. From this, we are going to calculate the x2 value because in this dynamic programming problem, we are going to start the solution at the last stage. Here, the first stage is x1 and the last stage is x2. Okay. So, we are going to calculate the x2 value. From the x2, we are going to calculate the decision variables. Next, optimal policy. A set of decision rules developed as a result of decision criteria that gives optimal decisions for any entering condition at any stage. Okay, next, transformation. Normally, it is a algebraical statement. It reveals the relationship between the stages and stages. Okay, here in most applications, the dynamic programming problems are obtained from the backward methods. Okay, here we are going to start the solution from the backward stage, or in the last stage we are going to start, and we are going to break up the large problems into simple problems or sub problems in this dynamic programming problem. Okay, next coming to the example, shortest route problem. Here I taken one example, that is find the shortest path from city 1 to city 10 in the diagram shown below is using the recursive principle of dynamic programming. Here we have the 10 stations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we are going to solve the problem by help of dynamic programming method. Here first what we have to do, we have to convert the given problem into sub problems. It means we are going to convert the given problem into the stages. So here I am going to convert this problem into many stages. That is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. This is S4, S3, S2, S1, S1. Okay, here total we have 5 stages. This is a 5 stage problem. Okay. Coming to the solution, first stage 1. Stage 1 means here we are going to take the backward. It means from the last stage we are going to calculate the value. So this is stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 stages. So now we are going to calculate the solution from the stage 1 itself. Here coming to the stage 1. Here we have there is only one path from 8 station to 10 station, that is 8th node to 10 node. It means here 8 to 10, in between we don't have any routes. Here only we have one route. Okay, like that 9 to 10 also only we have one route. So we are going to calculate the distance. These are the distance values. These are the destinations. Okay. Here at 8 to 10 node the distance is 6. And coming to this, here it indicates the 6. The value is E star is equal to 6. Next coming to the another node, that is the 9th node. Here 9th to 10th we have the distance value is 7. So here also x value is A value is 7, 9 to 10. Okay, next coming to the second stage. Here in this second stage we have 3 stations. These 2 destinations are connected with 3 sources, 3 stations. Okay, from 8 is connected with 5, 6 and 7. Similarly 9 is connected with 5, 6, 7. It means from the 5th station to we have 8th station we have one road, and 5th to 9th we have another road. Similarly 6th to 8th we have one road, 6th to 9th we have another road, 7th to 8th we have one road, 7th to 9th we have another road. From these routes we are going to calculate the optimal route. It means we are going to calculate the shortest route from these routes. Okay. In this from the node 5, here node 5 to 8 to 10 we have one route. Okay, that is 5, 8, 10 is there. So 5 to 8 we have one route, and 8 to 10 another route we have. The distance between these two are we have to calculate. Next another we have 5 to 9 we have one route, 9 to 10 another route we have. Okay, so here the value is 5 is there, 6 is there. So total is A dash is equal to 11, and here 5 to 9, 9 to 10. Here the value is 3 is there and 7 is there. 3 plus 7, 10. Okay, here we calculated these values. Here 5 to 8, 8 to 10. 5 plus 6, and here same 5 to 9, 9 to 10 is there. 3, 7, 10. From these two routes, which route is the best one? Here the distance is 11 kilometers is there. Coming to this route, here the distance is 10 kilometers is there. So obviously we are going to choose from 5 to 10 is the route is 5, 9, 10. It means 5th station to 9th station, 9th station to 10th station we are going to take. Okay. Similarly, we are going to calculate the another points also from node 6. Okay. Here the minimum value is 11, 10. From these two, 10 is the minimum. Okay, from the node 6. Okay, here coming to the node 6, from this node we have two routes, 6, 8, 8, 10, 6, 9, 9, 10. Here coming to this 7 and 6, 7 plus 6, total how much is there? 13 kilometers is there, and here coming to this 8 plus 7, 8 plus 7 is equal to 15 kilometers. Okay. Same. Here I mentioned 6, 8, 10, 6, 9, 10. These are two are the routes. Coming to the first route, here we have the distance is 13, and coming to the second route, here the distance is 15. From this, the minimum value is 13. So we are going to take the route is 6 to 8. Okay. Next, coming to the another node, that is 7th node. Okay. At 7th node, here. At 7th node, here also we have two routes, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10. Here the distance is 2 plus 6. Here the distance is 4 plus 7. That is 8, 11. 8 kilometers, 11 kilometers. So from this, the shortest route is 7 to 8, 8 to 10. Okay. Here same we take it. Similarly, coming to the third stage. Here the third stage we have the 3 nodes. 2, 3, 4. These 3 nodes connected with 10, we have multiple routes are there. So each route distance we have to calculate. Like previous calculations, same we are going to calculate the at 3 nodes. Okay. Obviously we get the minimum values. Okay, then finally node 1. Then finally node 1. At node 1 we calculated 1 to 10. We have the route set. From 1 to 2 we have many routes. Okay, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, okay, to 10, and to 10, here to 10. Here we have 3 routes are there. Okay, each route again we have subroutes. From the subroutes we are going to calculate the optimal route. Already we calculated the every route values. Okay, here 1 to 2, and from the second node to 10 already we calculated which one is the minimum. From the second node, here from the second node to 10 is the 13 is the minimum. So it is obtained at 2 to 7. So at node 1 to 2, 2 to 7, 7 to 10 we reach. Okay. Like that, the shortest path is first the salesman or the customer started at the first station and he reached the 4th station. After he visited the 5th station. After he visits the 9th station. After he reaches the destination 10. Okay. Here the value is 15. How we get this 15? 1 to 4. Here initially we have the 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is 3 is there. Okay. 1 to 4 value is 3. Next 4 to 5. Here 4 to 5 is 7 is there. 7. Next 5 to 9. Okay, here the 5 to 9 value is 5 to 9 is 3 is there, and 9 to 10 7 is there. Okay, 3. What is the 9 to 10 value? 7. 7. From this we get 10 plus 10, 20 actually. Okay, 1 to 4, 4 to 5, 9 to 10. The total value is 20, not 15. The distance is 20 kilometers. Again I am going to cross check it. What is the 1 to 4 value? 3, 7, 10, 13, 13 plus 7, 20. Okay, 20 kilometers. Now we are going to discuss salesman problem and dynamic programming problems.